Well, this is the perfect start to another beautiful day here in the Goldfields. This is Credo Station. Now, it was set up back in 1904. In 1924, they went from running cattle to running sheep here, and more recently its history has seen the government own it, and it's used as a research station and a base for conservation. But it's also the perfect base for you to explore the Goldfields. And just down the road there's a great camping ground as well. And someone who knows this place better than most is Trevor Donaldson Jr, a member of the local Aboriginal land and sea rangers and a tour guide with his company Dreamtime Tours. Our first stop must have been a welcome sign back in the day. Rolls Lagoon, the only freshwater wetland within the Goldfields region.
It is really important for our people having our cultural activities around here, but one of the key things for us as well was our animals, you know. It was really important for them as well.
The area is now a nature reserve, scenic camp spot, and Trev tells me when the lagoon is full, the locals water ski here. This area is vast, and looking around, the first thing that strikes you is how challenging the environment is. And that's where Trev's knowledge of the local ecology provides a real eye-opener to the unique adaptations of the flora and fauna out here.
So here we go, Trev, the malleefowl, active malleefowl nest that I was telling you about.
Wow, look at the size of this thing. Why do they do this?
Well, they do it like this because when they lay their eggs, they're constantly controlling the temperature in that nest. So they'll dig it out for hours on end and then rebury it, and they'll continuously do that until they get the eggs hatched, and then the chicks come out, and within 3 hours, the chicks are flying off from the nest.
Within 3 hours, so normally birds would be sort of sitting in the nest for sometimes months.
Because they're so vulnerable, you know, for them to fly off, they evade predators.
Wow, it looks incredible.
They usually come back every year. Depends on the success they have, obviously, with predators around and that. But most of the time, you know, they'll come back the same mates. You know, they're mate for life, so they'll come back and then they'll have another go.
While the bird life found a way to combat the heat, so too did Trev's people. So, mate, these water holes here must be pretty significant.
They are, mate. To our people, you know, it was part of the Dreamtime creation. So the Seven Sisters came through here. They were being chased by the Warrigurija, the man and young man. And, you know, they pulled up here and did their business here. And they got away from the old fellas and young fella, and they ended up ascending into the sky to the Milky Way. And that's why you see the Seven Sisters in the Milky Way today.
Oh, what a great story. So they created these holes, and later on they became important water holes for people who were passing through.
That's right. You know, today our people get their water here and continue on.
Walking through the bush, Trev shows me a bush tucker plant that I would never have spotted without his keen eye.
One of the most common bush tuckers that we have around, it's the Silky Pear, what we call the Gulgula. This is how Kalgoorlie got its name, the Gulgula, Kalgoorlie.
There's a lot of miles to cover on this tour before you return to the station. Lots to see, lots to experience. It's been a great day. Trevor, I have had the best day. I've learnt so much, and I'm sure there's so much more to discover as well.
That's right, mate, and I'm glad you had a good time, but I really want you to come back and see a lot more that we've got to show out here.
Well, I want our viewers to come back and see a lot more. How do they get more information? How do they discover you guys?
Oh, look, you can check Dreamtime Tours out on Facebook, if you like, and if you want, also go through Goldfields Tourism Network. They can put you onto us and other tours.
Fantastic. Thanks, Trev.
No worries. Thank you, mate. Come back.
Sounds like a great invitation to me. Check out the Goldfields Tourism Network to see all the adventures with Dreamtime Tours.